Good morning, students. Once again, welcome to the Module 3 Video Contents of Supply Chain Management. In the Module 3 contents, we are going to discuss about the supply chain network optimization models. So here we are going to discuss with different network optimization models, decision trees related to network design, planning demand, multiple location inventory management, pricing and revenue management. So the role of network design in the supply chain we are going to discuss. So here facility role, facility location, capacity location, market supply locations are considered here. So what is the facility role is, what role each facility should play, what processes are performed at each facility, where facilities should be located, how much capacity should be allocated to each facility, market and supply chain allocations. So which supply sources should we feed for each facility. So what are the factors affecting the networking design? So there is a strategic factor. So under strategic factor, what it comes is, here you are supposed to count the competitive strategy. So firm focus on the leadership cost, and to find out the lowest cost location for their manufacturing facility. So Flextronics was successful in providing low cost electronic assembly by locating their factories in low cost countries, that is in China. They focus on the responsiveness of the customers, and also to locate facilities closer to the market. May select a high cost location if this choice allows the firm to react quickly to the changing market trends. So like this strategic factor it is going to work. Coming to the technological factors, there be large investment and output is relatively inexpensive to transport. If facilities have lower fixed costs, many local facilities are preferred because this helps to lower transportation cost. Best example is the Coca-Cola plant, which do not have high fixed cost, but they are going to reduce the transportation cost. Coca-Cola sets up many bottling plants all over the world. Each also serves on the local market also. When it is coming to the macroeconomic factors, includes taxes, tariff, exchange rates, and shipping costs that are not internal to an individual firm. As global trade has increased, macroeconomic factors have had a significant influence on the success or failure of the supply chain networks. Thus, it is imperative that the firm takes factors into account when making network design decisions. Tariff and tax incentives are: tariff refers to any duty that must be paid when products or equipments are moved across international, state or city boundaries. Tariffs have a strong influence on location decisions within the supply chain. So like this, if a country has high tariff, companies either do not serve the local market or set up manufacturing plants within the country to save on duties. High tariff leads to more production location within the supply chain network, with each location having a lower allocated capacity. Exchange rate and demand risks are there. So exchange rate and demand risk, these fluctuations in the exchange rates are common and have a significant impact on the profit of any supply chain serving global market. For example, if the dollar fluctuates between a high of 124 yen in 2007 to a low of 81 in 2010, then the production in Japan is exposed to the risk of appreciation of the yen. The cost of production is incurred in yen. So like this, they have to consider the exchange demand and risk. Freights and fuel cost, fluctuations in freight and fuel costs have a significant effect on the profit of any global supply chain. In 2010 alone, the Baltic Dry Index, which measures the cost of transport raw materials such as metals, grains and fossil fuels, peaked in the month of May and hit in the low of July. So crude oil prices was as low of 31 barrel in February 2009, but increased by $90 per barrel in December 2010. So it is difficult to deal with this extent of price fluctuation, even with supply chain flexibility. Such fluctuations are best dealt with by hedging prices on commodity markets, or signing suitable long-term contracts. So further going with the political factor, political stability of the country under consideration plays a significant role in location choice. Companies prefer to locate facility in politically stable countries. Further, infrastructure factor. What are the good infrastructure is important prerequisite to locate a facility in the given area. Poor infrastructure adds to the cost of doing business for a given location. In the 1990, global companies located their factories in China near Shanghai, Tianjin, or Guangzhou. Socio-economic factors also plays a very important role. So what all we develop, that those state or country people must be able to use the products. So that also it is a concern. Customer response time and local presence is also important. Firm gets the target customer who value a short response time must locate close to them. Customers are unlikely to come to a convenience store. They have to travel for long distance to get there. It is thus best for the convenience store chain to have many stores distributed in an area. So most people have a convenience store to close them. In contrast, customers shop for large if number of shops are more. The supermarket chain needs to have stores that are larger than convenience stores and not only dense distributed. Most towns have fewer supermarkets than convenience stores. So further going to the logistics and facility cost. Logistic facilities incurred in the supply chain change the number of facilities, their location, capacity, location change. Companies must consider inventories, transportation and facility costs when designing their supply chain networks. Inventory and facility costs increases as the number of facilities in the supply chain increases. Transport costs decrease as the number of facilities increases. If the number of facilities increases to the point at which inbound economics of scale are lost, then transportation cost increases.